What's up, guys? This is Mike from NerfProduction5, and if you guys are wondering about this video, you guys are probably thinking the first thing is, this guy hasn't made a video since August. I wonder why. Well, I am proud to announce that myself and all my other friends that have been in my previous Nerf Productions videos are finally back in business, and we're going to be making videos again, hopefully very soon. Unfortunately, as a senior, and all my friends are seniors, we're worrying about colleges and all that, but we got our applications done, and now after this quarter, we're all just going to be doing the senior thing and just hanging out and not really caring about school. But, so, hopefully that's the first thing that's come up. So I'm going to be doing videos a lot, hopefully making more videos for all you out there, and the best way for us to make a great video is from you guys who are watching this. So just down below, just make a comment about what you guys want to see as a stunt or something you want to see more in detail. And we'll add it for sure, definitely in the next video or two, whenever we get a chance. So this is basically just an update on what's going on in Nerf Productions, and as well as my guns. Now, as you guys know, in the previous ones I've had the Stampede, the Vulcan, and the Deploy. Out of all those two, there's only two functioning ones, the Vulcan and the Deploy. Unfortunately, the Stampede, I didn't do the wiring correctly on the modification, so it ended up frying the whole battery and motor together somehow. So now that gun's completely a waste, but I still have the cover, which is painted really well, like Joker style, purple, red, and neon green and white. So that looked really nice. So I kept the shell just in case I need to. If I buy another one for some reason, I'll just take the crappy old boring colored Nerf original cover and just put on mine. It'll look really cool. I don't see even the hassle because I cut off a whole bunch of things. I was expecting to show you guys and it looked really awesome, but clearly now I can't. But I can show you this new thing. As you guys know, I'm really into Nerf, and sometimes some of my friends are, especially when we make videos. And at one point we got really bored, so we started doing, once in a while we did Nerf Wars here in my basement, out in my yard, anywhere really. So we had a whole bunch of fun. So then we got more into it and I got really bored. So right now I'm going to show you what I've been doing since August 5th, and I'm getting multiple texts from my iPhone. So let's start over here. First thing you'll notice right here is this black thing right here. This is my scope I modified and created out of PVC plastic lens things, if you guys could see that. Yeah, the super glue really didn't work that well, but I mean, it's gonna stay on there, so that's not too bad. But let's get more depth in this. The actual, this right here is an LED flashlight, surprisingly. Oh, pretty bright. I mean, you guys could probably see the blue right there on the flag. So that's pretty bright. So, and the scope itself is just for, mostly this thing's made for movies and just for fun, and it looks pretty cool on any gun. So that's really made, it's pretty heavy, so I wouldn't really use it in an actual game if I'm actually playing. But this is really made just for effects, and it looks really cool. I mean, let me see if I can show you guys the dot, if you guys could see it. The dot itself. So that looks pretty cool. And I don't know if you guys can really pay attention, but there's green, black, and red. It's really just made for aiming better, or just in the videos to look cool. So that's one. The barrel itself, the long strike barrel, and the actual bipod. Once again, this is really just made for movies. Just like every Nerf guy will tell you, these things, the actual barrel is just a big waist, a big extension. It's really just made to look cool and be in movies. So the bipod I got off Amazon. If I ever already said that, I probably have. But the bipod I bought for like 20 bucks on Amazon, UTC something I think it was, or UFC something. I don't know. So look that up. It was like 20 bucks. You can't go wrong with it. And if it breaks, 20 bucks. Oh well, it's not like you paid 60 bucks for a real like bipod. So that's fine. And more text. Yay. Barrel itself, nothing's been modified to it. Just the typical regular barrel, if you guys could see. Nothing's been changed to it, just made for the sniping scenes. The Deploy. Last time you've seen this thing, a whole bunch of things, it looked just original, but now it's been changed. For instance, I do not, preferably, I don't like the fact that, like, this comes down. Don't like the Deploy like that. So, took that spring out and the clicking thing, so now when you push the button to deploy, it just stays like that. So then the magazine goes there. It works fine just for me, but when I do the videos, of course I'm going to push it down like that. So that'll look cool. Other things I've done to this thing, air restrictor, completely gone. If you guys can't see, air restrictor's gone. Everything that will make this thing not shoot well, gone. And the springs have been modified, and I've done every mod I could basically do on this thing. And also I'd like to advise, no flashlight. There's no flashlight in there, so expect something with water scene. That's one. Oh, and of course the typical one-sided strap. Sits perfectly on the side like a pistol, and it's pretty small. This thing right here I'm most proud of. I'm gonna push you back up and take you guys back a little bit. This right here is my bandolier. And if you don't know what a bandolier is, look it up on YouTube, up there in the search box. But I'm going to give you a quick reference of a bandolier. Basically, a vest that people wear, like in games, Airsoft, Army, any game. You would see a vest. But this is made for like just quick CQB small things. Like shotgun bandoliers, you see people with shotgun shells around it. This one's my nerfing one. I basically made this for fun. And if I ever go to real tournaments in nerfing, like zombie games, when I go to college, if they ever have nerfing, which they probably will, because I'll be telling them about that. So that'll be pretty cool to have, just to look cool. So if you guys pay attention, I have probably a full clip of extra darts right there, 2 mags, and of course my sword. Now, none of you have seen this before, but I use this for airsoft, surprisingly, and the shield that comes with the sword. So that comes in handy for airsoft, because I usually hold my pistol and put the knife right there, so on corners, just stab them on the corner and keep going. But all together, let me see if I can get you guys a little bit lower. I'm pretty short. Oh, keep going. There we go. If you guys can see it, the sword's right here, perfectly around, and I put the sword right here so I can just pull it out like that. And it does also go the other way, like that, so I could just, like so, pull it out and stab. But I preferably put it right here. And it's also made as a throwing knife as well, besides just a knife. Just throw it out, throw, throw. Huh. Oh, let me show you the sword. No, the shield. Shield. You guys notice it's got red around here. What I was going to do with this thing was I was going to paint this red and this side blue and make the actual Korean flag styled shield. Fortunately, it really didn't come out too well because I never finished. Obviously, I never finished it, but when it does, it'll probably look pretty cool. And this simply goes on the back like that. Like a full 360 view, it's like this. And then I just unstrap it and put this on, like so. Grab my knife, and then if I'm out of ammo or anything, and I need to get a zombie or a zombie comes near me, bump, stab. That simple. It's that simple. So, altogether, this is what my actual thing looks like. Let me take this off first. The first thing I put on is the gun. Deploy. Put that around the right way. There's that. See? Got that on. Second thing will be the actual bandolier. Like so. So you see like a crisscross pattern. Strap here and strap there. And finally the sword will either go around like this or it'll be attached to my back. So altogether this is my, I'm gonna say quote unquote battle this is my outfit basically for when I do this. Sorry. I'm just thinking about what I do. But yeah, this is my gear when I actually, if I do zombie games or actual college games or something like that. That's what this is basically for. So you guys can see again. Really nice. I think it came out pretty cool. And like I said, all this is basically, if you guys are wondering what this is, it's all duct tape. Really poor, well, I've had this for months. It's been used a couple of times, so like it's kind of damaged. But as you guys can see, duct tape. Everything that's holding this is duct tape, and the strap I got off like a traveling bag. So all of it is duct tape together. The sword holder itself, duct tape. Everything duct taped. So that's cool. Now I'm going to show you my movie setup. It's not want to go on today, folks. There we go. Movie setup. I'm going to set this down and let you guys take a good view of this thing. Well, I'll basically show you again. Slowly through, bipod, scope. And now a quick montage of this thing in a whole bunch of different views. Now. Okay guys, that's basically it for my videos. Well, that's basically it for my update for right now. You guys see my gun, you guys know my update and what's going on, but what I want to show you quickly is this thing. I've already said this multiple times in different videos, but I can't remember if I told you about this. It's called the UltraPod. Look it up on Amazon. Pretty cheap. What it is it's basically a tripod. Let me show you. Tripod. Put your camera right here. And then you Velcro it onto, I sometimes put it on a paintball barrel, airsoft barrel, or my Nerf one. So when I do a first-person view, let me get you down here. Let me get you on zoom. Okay, that is close enough. Usually take the actual bipod and I'll face it my way, like so. That, so that way, something like that, so when you see me like this with my gun in my hand and everything, so it looks like you're looking at me directly. So that's one thing. Another way I do it is I put the actual black piece, this actually up here where the scope is for battle, and I'll do a first person view where you're like Call of Duty, or you'll be facing me like usual. So that's my basic setup. So I hope you guys enjoyed this video, and I hope to see you guys soon when I make my Nerf War 4. That one should be fun. Alright guys, peace.
Yeah, I did it again. God, what are you doing?
He's touching a hot spring. He's filling a cup from a hot spring.
How hot is it?
Over 100 degrees, bro. Probably over 200 degrees.
Let's go see how the eggs do. They're trying to boil eggs.
He's gonna take it out.
1, 2, 3,
Let's make a wild boy.
Yeah, with frogs.
Oh, I think we're on video.
What have we here?
Oh, you bitch.
Yeah, baby.
Oh, you miss! Haha.
It's a lens.
Oof!
But it wouldn't be an all-safari grand slam without biscuits. Fresh biscuits.
Oh!
He's gonna throw up.
When's it one stunt he's never thrown up?
So good. tattoos rock. So does the rock python.
What's that other guy? Chris White. You know his last name?
Pythons rock so hard they rock like 50 teeth, man. Dude, that's
Stop.
dick. And like, you know, man, take tattoos.
Trying to find.
Yeah, look at that.
Where's the one I shot you with? In the dick.
And then another one.
Mike, I think I broke it.
I get. No! I told you not to unscrew it.
Come over here, bro.
Oh! Oh!
I want it to stick to the lens.
Empty.
Never mind, I fixed it.
Ow. Ow. Empty.
Check out, dude. What's just coming out, dude? I always wanted a tattoo of a snake. Now I have a tattoo from a snake. The rock python totally rocks. Yeah.
Can you not?
Till later. Guns. Where are we going?
Wait.
Let's go somewhere. Bring the camera.
Damn it. Bank shot.
Got him.
Oh yeah? Watch this bank shot. Oh shit. Plus it bounced off the table.
Brazil.
Do it. I'll block it.
But Jesus Christ.
Do it.
Okay.
Oh, you asshole.
He
You're
told
dead.
me to.
I shot you in your leg.
You told me to do that, Mommy.
A lot of women talking trash. Talking smack about the